Yeah, welcome race fans. Here we are. It's a Sunday night at Meeanee Speedway. It's free entry tonight. You need to get your backside trackside for sure because it's the finals night for the Forestry Maintenance Heavy Haul New Zealand Streetstock Grand Prix. We saw some amazing qualifying races last night. We sent out the first championship race and down came the rain and the track was just not recoverable. So that's why we're here on a Sunday night. We're going to kick off at 5:30. We've got mini stock support as well. Let's have a look though back to last night. But first, before I do that, we're going to have a look at this track because it was a difficult track last night. It was really spongy. There was a lot of heavy dirt out wide. Drivers were struggling with it a little bit. A few cut outside right tyres. Hey, but that's racing, isn't it? But we got our qualifiers done and we have our finalists here tonight to battle it out for 3 times 15 lap heat races. So we'll have a look at our groups. In one of the groups here, 58R Mike King, he finished top of that group. Second behind him, second equal in fact, was 2 Hawke's Bay drivers, Brent Reddington and Dave Brand. No real surprises through qualifying. The big guys got through, including 3NZ's Steve Dryden. Now, Steve was probably the most popular podium finisher at the New Zealand title just a week ago. 51 years experience. Imagine that. He's not 51 years old. He's had 51 years of experience. And he managed to top his group last night. He was looking like he was going good, mate. That car was fast. He was driving smart, and he's here to win a championship tonight. So finishing behind him, or actually equal with him, was the defending New Zealand Streetstock Grand Prix champion, Darren Melling. Melling is a very smart driver. He knows what he needs to do just to get points and put them in the bag and try and win championships. So he's trying to make history tonight as the first ever back-to-back New Zealand Grand Prix champion. Never been done before. Finishing up third, the 9R car of Phil McNamara. Phil, man, if he's not in with a shout of the title, he's just going to go and nail somebody and take them out. We know he's good with the bumpers. He doesn't care if he wrecks gear. We have a look further back in there as well, and third equal with Phil was also the 16 from Stratford. I think he's the lone Stratford car here actually this weekend, and that was Sean Hall. So as I say, the heavy hitters are in the field. They're in the championship. It's going to be a really good night. It starts at 5:30 tonight. It's absolutely free. Bring the kids. Bring everybody. We'll be done in about, I don't know, it'll be at least a 2.5 hour meeting at the most. So we'll be finished by, what, 8 o'clock I'm guessing. It'll be around 8 o'clock. Beautiful sunshine here in Hawke's Bay. Look at that. Look at the blue sky that's here tonight. It's just absolutely amazing. We can't wait for it. We're going to celebrate some of our mini stock kids tonight as well that had huge success, especially Memphis Trengrove at the Mini Stocks 5000 in Wanganui. What a great event that always is, bringing on those young kids, our new stars. So we're going to celebrate them, send them around on a lap of honour as well. Bit of water's just gone down on the track thanks to Chipmunk's Playland and Cafe water truck. Track is looking a bit spongy, but I'll tell you what, it's going to be fast and the racing's going to be hard tonight. 5:30, it's free. Come along. It is the Heavy Haulage Forestry Maintenance New Zealand Streetstock GP Championship. Well, I'm going to talk to the first of our qualifiers. He's a bay boy, but he's got an R on the side of this car. It's the 9R of Phil McNamara. Phil, you were third equal in your class last night for qualifying.
Yeah, better than I thought considering the car shut down a lap to go, so we're at least to qualify for something this year is always good.
I noticed it was slowing for that lap, and then you just got pipped on the line. What was the issue?
We've been plagued with electrical issues since the New Zealand, and it's just another gremlin we're trying to battle. Really, we've got some issues. We've run the exhaust through the car, and the exhaust cam doesn't seem to be working. It's leaning it out and cooking everything. So, yeah.
Challenging track last night, eh? Are you going to tell me what you said to me off camera?
No, I probably shouldn't, but it's definitely challenging. It's I don't know why they put so much water in the corners, but that's on them, I suppose. But yeah, definitely a lot of flat tyres going on, but we just cruised to the finish. It was good.
It's still looking really soft down low as well. I went out and had a look, so maybe it's going to be a mid-track out sort of racetrack tonight.
I would say, me and Darren hung the outside last night, just sort of keeping out of trouble. I would say it'll be the same. It's definitely looking wet coming out, so interesting to see.
So you're going to give it everything in race one. If you're not in with a chance of the championship, I'm going to quote you, you're going to wreck some shit?
I don't know yet. I want to wreck shit from the beginning, but everyone seems to think of different views. So I think we'll have a run, and the game last night was actually just to go get as many as we could, but we definitely run for the first one, or at least halfway through it, you know. But we definitely got the bumper. We made some changes to the bumper last night, so we're ready to go. So if either you or Big Al are in contention, you guys are going to help each other? Oh, as long as he's not in the way. Nah, but definitely, yeah, for sure. there'd be no. This is us and Easter this year, so we don't really care after this. So it'll be good.
We've got to thank Forestry Maintenance and Hawke's Bay Heavy Haul as well for the sponsorship.
Yeah, they're awesome blokes. Obviously, they're a big part of Heavy Haulage is a big part of what me and Al do, and obviously so is Forestry Maintenance. They're awesome bunch of guys. It was pretty cool to see the truck in there here last night. It was awesome.
Shame we got rained out last night, just as you guys rolled out for that first race, but you really couldn't send them out on that greasy track. It wouldn't have been fair. I think we've lost maybe 5 drivers here today from that championship.
Yeah, we haven't lost too many really. I mean, it's a couple of big guys, which is a bit of a shame with Shane and Mike having to go home. Good contenders, but it's just what it is. And unfortunately, no one knew there was a rain out date planned. We asked and got told we don't know, so no one had booked accommodation or anything like that.
Right, and you're talking about Mike King. He was top qualifier.
Yeah, he's a weapon. He's a weapon. He's going real good this year. Him and Shane are just out the gate fast. No one can keep up with them really.
I still haven't seen one of your Tri-Series meetings, mate, because every time we go to have it here at Meeanee, it gets rained out.
Yeah, don't even get me started with that. We're going to have another go and then take a year off, but we're going through it again, and let's just hope we can do it. We're going to try and do 9. We got 9 on the South Island this year, so surely we can get 9 here.
It'd be nice to, I was going to say, you go out there and you mix it up, you're an entertainer, you like to put the hits in, but it would be nice to have a GP crown to your name, wouldn't it?
Oh, definitely. It would be definitely cool to get something big like that. We've won a lot of other stuff. We've won a lot of stuff, and we've had it, over the last few years, we've had a real good run. But it would be definitely cool to take it home here for sure.
And lastly, what's so good about street stock racing that makes you love it?
The club rooms afterwards. We had a rain out here the 3rd of January, I think it was. And only the street stock guys were in the bar. It's just awesome. Everyone helps each other. There's guys at my place this morning fixing cars. It's just fantastic.
I was going to say you can go in the club rooms without having to race,
Yeah, well, that's right, and we do. We do. But no, it's definitely the people. The people are awesome. It's just awesome people.
All right, mate. Hey, all the best. And I know you're an R car, but if a Bay can't win it, I'd like to see you do it.
Oh, hopefully, yeah, definitely. It'd be good to see a Bay car up there too, so let's go get some bumpers going.
There you go. He's going to wreck some shit tonight. Phil McNamara. All right, we've got the 65 car of Dave Brand, better known as the Sheriff, and he's going to hunt down his posse and take them out tonight, I think. You never podiumed, or you can't even remember if you've podiumed at this event. What would it mean to you if you could?
Oh, it'd be pretty cool if I could, but yeah, I sort of can't remember. I've got too many sashes on the wall at home to remember what won.
The car was fast last night, mate. You were second equal in your group.
Yeah, the track looked pretty crappy, but I had a bit of drive out there. I quite liked it, actually.
Looks like there's going to be some drive tonight as well. It looks still a little bit soft down low.
Yeah, I was having a look before, and it's like, ooh, where to run tonight. But yeah, we'll just get out there and give it a go and see what happens.
Have you got any mates amongst the Hawke's Bay drivers?
Well, my poor mate Dante is not here.
No, he's not.
So yeah, I don't know. I hope someone will help me out, for sure.
And if another Hawke's Bay car's up high on the points, you're going to help them out?
Yeah, sure.
There's a bit of hesitation there, mate.
Yeah, no, we will, mate. Yeah, we'll give it a go and help someone. We'll hope it goes to the Bay,
Looks like the car's got a bit of extra horsepower this year. What have you done?
Well, it's a whole new car, so yeah, I suppose I made it a bit lighter, this one. The other one was right on 1550 and this one's way down, so it's really good.
I keep seeing all those posts on Facebook of you and your lovely lady out eating meals, so the car has to be lighter, buddy.
It sure does, but it's still underweight with me in it, mate, so
It's a bit of a strange atmosphere here tonight, isn't it? It's just street stocks and mini stocks.
Yeah, it's a bit of a bugger because, we're only going to have Davey was saying 25 minutes between races, so if we get a bit of damage, I think we're going to be a bit screwed. So we're going to have to work hard.
Yeah, well, I think if you get some damage, you're going to be screwed anyway, so then you just do a quick repair and go out and wreck someone else.
That sounds like the go. bring back the old Dirty Dave, eh?
Yeah, that guy's, it's a long time since we've seen Dirty Dave, because now you're a bit of a flag racer, mate.
Yeah, well, that's why I taught the boy, you see. So he's doing all the damage and the steering. I'm sure he'll get that spoon this year.
Yeah, well, Dante is a good apprentice, man.
Yeah, he sure is. Yeah, it's pity he's not here.
Hey, I'll tell you what, if you got on the podium tonight, mate, it'd be a popular podium from a Hawke's Bay perspective, so I wish you all the very best.
Yep, cheers, mate, thank you. And here's hoping, eh?
Any sponsors?
Fingers crossed. Oh, yeah, we've got Mag & Tyre, Tanner and Senko. That's about it these days. Yeah, not too many. And myself, and a lovely wife.
What is Town Road giving you $20 or something? Because that's a terrible sticker, mate.
Yeah, well, that's a Jesse sticker, so, you know. I think it's a bit tight that day. Yeah, the other one was a bit bigger, but yeah. No, he's given me a whole new radiator, so that was $400. So
Nice.
it's $400 I didn't have to spend.
Absolutely. That's more you can spend on food.
Yeah, too right.
Hey, good luck tonight, man.
Cheers, mate. Thank you.
There you go, 65, the Sheriff, Dave Brand. Right, we had to talk to the defending champion, right? And he's from Hawke's Bay, and we're proud of that. It's Darren Melling. Mate, you topped the group last night, equal, in fact, with Steve Dryden.
Yeah, no, that was pretty good. We were just cruising along just to get into the final. Yeah, track was a little bit rough on the corners, but you just kept an eye on it and did what you had to do.
Yeah, you could visibly see the smart drivers last night that were backing it down, making sure they didn't pop those outside tyres.
Yeah, well, with that ruling that's in there now, that pretty much stuffs you if you get one of those.
We need to somehow get rid of it or adjust it, right, so that you can still circulate maybe at half speed as long as you're not throwing up lots of clay into the crowd.
Well, one thought I had was go to the saloon rule, whereas where you DNF on the race, that's your finishing points. I did think about putting that in, but yeah, one of those things we have to get round to.
Well, that would make a lot of sense.
Yeah, well, that's what I reckon too, and it would make it, well, it'd probably make it a bit harder at the end of the night with the last race because there'll be a lot more cars up in the points. So,
Which is exactly what we want, right?
yeah, definitely. Yeah, no, more competition is always good.
So last year you had a good run, you won this championship. I'm not sure if you've been on the podium in the GP before.
No, that was the first time last year.
You know, I'm going to put a real curse on you right now because you know no one's ever gone back to back.
Yes, I did some looking after you said it on Facebook, and no one's gone back to back on the New Zealand champs or the Grand Prix. I didn't actually check the South Island champs, but I know the North Islands, there's about 2 or 3 guys that have done it.
So you could make a big slice of history here tonight if you can go back to back here at home.
Oh, we'll give it a good go. We'll try, but like you said, you probably just cursed me.
Probably. It's the black jelly bean, mate. It's a commentator thing. If you're not up there in points after 2 races, are you going to help your club mates out if they're in with a chance of a podium?
Oh, always. Yeah, always.
We don't see that normally.
No, I know. But I always do. Yeah. No. Always helping.
Do you approach this meeting any differently?
No. You can't. You just end up stressing about shit that's not going to happen. So you got to be calm and collected so you can think about what's going on the track.
You didn't have too bad a run at New Zealand's, but then I think, was it after the second race, did you have a DNF?
Yeah, bottom ball joint blew out. And, that pretty much stuffed me, and that's why I didn't bother going out for the last race, because I only had a week turnaround and I still had major damage from the first race. Bent both chassis rails head on with another car, and yeah, so it was, we'll put it in the trailer and we'll fix it ready for here.
How many seasons have you been in this class?
Far too many. 95 was when I started, and I think I've only had I don't actually think I've had a season off even when I went to other classes. So.
And what is it that you love so much about Streetstocks that keeps you coming back for more?
All these guys. Yep. You do what you do on the track and then have beer afterwards.
It's pretty much what Phil McNamara just said as well.
Yeah, and that's what it is. It doesn't matter which club you come from, where you come from. Yeah, it's all the same.
Awesome. Hey, you better run through some sponsors, mate. You got a few on the car.
Yeah, all the big ones, Bay Tyres and Anikawa and Napier, Loveridge Auto Electrical, Comac, Big Al with Forestry Maintenance, Anikawa Metal Recyclers, and Ray Beale.
Cool, man. Yeah, you got to thank them. Good luck tonight. We want to see you go back to back and keep this title in Hawke's Bay.
It would be good, but we'll see what happens.
Right, there you go. He's defending it tonight, Darren Melling. All right, this time we have got the 7R car of Al Howatson, North Island champion. He knows how to win titles here on this track. Mate, you were 6th in qualifying last night, so really you just did what you needed to do to get through.
Yeah, no, definitely just tried to survive pretty much. Didn't want to break anything and found I really couldn't. When I did try and push, I wasn't really catching them, so yeah, just sort of cruised after that.
Interesting track, wasn't it? Because it wanted to start rutting up, but it was really deep and heavy with dirt too.
Yeah, it was, and there's still down low. There's still plenty of drive, but it was just really rough. So you sort of couldn't. If you were a little bit of a metre wide off your line, you were going to blow a tyre or do something silly. So yeah, drive to survive, and then push in the next three.
Do you know what grids you have?
Yeah, I've got 13, 5, and 16, I think for tonight.
Probably pretty good grids actually.
Yeah, no, maybe with that it's all right. It doesn't really matter where you start. Anything can happen in turn 1 and 2. So just going to try and push and see if we've got the pace to keep up with the superstars, really.
And if you're up there with a chance of a podium, you got a few mates around you?
I would think so, yeah. I'm not the sort of person that asks for help, but, you know, I'm a believer in you should win it on your own merit, but definitely won't turn it down.
It's not always the way with contact racing, though, is it?
No, it's not. And definitely not after, especially, you know, you look at the New Zealanders we've just had, it came down to a bit of a teams race towards the end of that, so if you didn't have the right support, you were never going to claim a number.
I would really like to have seen at least 10 South Island guys here tonight, but it's just, for whatever reasons, you know, it's expensive to be up here for a week, so they had to head home. That's fair enough, but it really would have spiced up this championship.
Yeah, it is, and because we spent an extra day or so in Auckland as well, and it's just really expensive. A lot of them come up from Invercargill and Dunedin, and I tried my best to talk quite a few of them, and there was a couple that were coming, but they ended up getting stand downs. So yeah, just money. Yeah, everyone's sort of struggling a little bit this year.
We've got to thank you guys too through Hawke's Bay Heavy Haul.
Yeah, no, Toki's come on board and he's helped us with our South Island trips, and I thought it was a good opportunity to showcase his nice shiny truck out here and give him a bit of support. He's a good fella, so yeah, no, definitely appreciate it.
He probably spent the whole day trying to polish the thing back up after last night.
Yeah, they do that on a Sunday. You know, they love bloody shiny trucks, so that's what they do. He loved it. He'd never been to Speedway before. That guy driving the truck, so yeah, he was buzzing out.
Wow,
that was cool.
So other sponsors that you have on this car?
Well, I couldn't do it without Vertex. Which is Vertex Oils. They supply all our oils, and I give quite a lot to some of the other teams. Mag and Tyre has been pretty awesome this year with fixing all our wreck tyres. I think one of the biggest expenses with these things is tyres and rims. And then of course forestry maintenance. Couldn't do it without Mad Max. He's my travel mate, and we spend a lot of time fixing each other's junk, so can't do it without him, so for sure.
All right, we want to wish you all the best of luck tonight, but not too much more than the Hawke's Bay guys, all right?
Yeah, I understand, mate, but I'm a Bay boy still. We contracted away for various reasons, but I've been coming here since I was about 6 years old, and happy to sponsor it and happy to help some of the boys out too. So
I was probably commentating when you were 6.
Well, you might have still been riding. I wasn't sure.
I probably was.
Yeah, no, I missed it. So it was good to see the solos out here last night. I love them. Awesome sport. It's a shame that's not more regular thing.
Yeah, we just need to get some more bikes. Hey, good luck tonight anyway. All the best. And there you go. He's the current North Island champion. Runs the R, but we'll forgive him for that. It's 7R of Al Howatson. Big Al. Well, I'm really happy to talk to this guy, Steve Dryden. 51 years, Jason Gutteridge keeps telling me that this guy has been racing. Finally bagged himself a big number. Steve Dryden, mate, you were top in your group last night. It was a great night.
Yeah, it was a good night. We just had to qualify. That's all we had to do.
It's good to see you here because we didn't get a lot of South Island cars stay over for it. We understand it's expensive time and people going back to work and everything. But you're here, you're committed, and you're looking for a championship tonight.
Yeah, well, hey, you come up here for the New Zealand title, you normally do the GP. I'm not sure why everybody went home. They possibly had reasons. I was sort of a bit surprised that they did. It's just not normally what happens, but hey, it is what it is.
Well, I'm guessing if you've been racing 51 years, you're retired, right?
Do you say I'm tired?
Well, that as well.
I'm always tired, mate. Retired.
But you're at an age where time and work is not as important, maybe?
Time's important. Work's important. I've got to collect off my gold card, mate. I've been paying tax for about 50 years. Come on.
Do you get a discount with your gold card on the race fuel?
No, they don't do that, eh? It's a bit hard these days.
But you get in here cheaper, don't you?
I don't know, never tried.
All right, let's cut to the chase and go back to this. How awesome was it for you? And I know it was a mega popular podium. But after all of that time and the amount of times you've tried to do it, you finally knocked it off.
Yeah, we got a 3NZ. Meant a hell of a lot to me. Yeah, pretty stoked at the time. But yeah, I thought about retiring. But I guess that's in the back pocket now.
You got to rep it for at least another year, right?
I'll rep it for another year, mate. There's a 2 and a 1 year that I'd love to accomplish, so we'll stay racing until as long as the body will let me.
Mate, the way you guys race down the South Island, street stock racing down there is different to here. Like, we see some good street stock racing, but you guys are just brutal.
Yeah, it is pretty brutal down there. I try to stay out of it now. But we do, you know, you've got State of Origin, which we're going to compete in this year, and we've got a Golden Oldies team going in there. You've got Battle of the Street Stocks in Dunedin, 2-day event. That's pretty brutal. Yeah, it is hard on the car, hard on the body.
Did you have any club mates help you out down there to get that number?
There was no one else from Invercargill. I'm Lone Ranger as usual, but no, some of the guys from Dunedin and the guys from Christchurch, hey, they were awesome. They moved over, let me through. So yeah, no, pretty pleased about them. There was even a couple of guys from the North Island here could have stuffed me up, and they didn't. So I appreciate that.
Now, how did you find the track last night? And don't tell me you drove in through the pit gate.
No, I found it good. I thought the track was good, and then they said it was really rough, and I thought, God, I want to try racing down at Riverside. It's twice as rough.
So does that bode well for you tonight? Because the track's looking a little bit soft.
No, a track's a track, mate. We've all got to go around. It's got 4 corners and 2 straights, and we've all got to race on the same piece of dirt. So really, we've all got the same advantage or disadvantage.
What year did you start racing?
Oh, Jesus. 1973.
And what class would that have been?
B-grade saloons. In a 56 FE Holden.
So what year did you transition into the street stock class?
I raced stock cars in the early 80s. Busted myself up pretty bad. And I think about 85 we went to build a street stock, and that was just when they first started, and yeah, I've been there ever since.
You've seen huge changes in street stocks over those 40 years.
Massive changes. We used to have cars that weighed 1,850 kgs, it's on 2 tonne. They were pretty brutal, but yeah, now it's getting better now. Cars are getting faster. I don't think we can go much faster than what we are, though.
Yeah, it was all the Yank tanks back then, and they disappeared because they either ran out, the wreckers didn't have them anymore, there was none left in the country, and then you guys moved on to HQs and whatever else. Yeah, well, I started off with an HK Holden Premier that came out of a car yard showroom, Rust 3 Mint car. We were racing 60 Bel Airs, 58 Shares, 59s, XY Falcons, XRs. They were worth nothing then, and now look what they're worth. Yeah, I was going to say, do you look back and have a tear in your eyes for some of the cars you tore up?
Oh, I've got a book at home that'll make most people cry, mate, of what I've torn up.
Hey, look, well done on top qualifying last night. Well done on the 3NZ. It's great to have you here tonight repping that. And just all the best out there. No, hopefully everything goes well. Hey, my only South Island car, so probably going to have a big target on my door. But it is what it is, you know. We come in, we do the sport, and it's all part of it. And sponsors, we've got to mention them. Yeah, got Rage in Macau, who's my son. Great sponsor, he does everything for me. Steve's Autos, which I own. Special thanks to John O'Devon. He does all my mechanical work. Scotty, wife Tiffany, we call her Sam, self-appointed manager, but she hates it. I love that. Yeah, but hey, you know, everybody does their bit, and it's really, really good. I appreciate everything everybody does for me. Hey, and lastly, anything you want to say to Jason Gutteridge? He'll keep. Hey, hang on, where's my steak, eggs and chips, bro? There you go, 3NZ, Steve Dryden. Awesome to have him here tonight for this forestry maintenance heavy haul at Chalks Bay New Zealand Street Stock Grand Prix.